Hello and welcome to Dario's Tabletop, and today we have again a strange topic of a video, and let me tell you today about the therapeutic effect of painting miniatures. Well, maybe I'm not telling you anything new and you already know, but sometimes it's good to make videos for YouTube so that people can know that it's not them. It's not them. Maybe it is them. Well, what am I talking about? So, when I'm painting miniatures, I'm getting into a flow state, and when I'm meeting up with friends and playing, and we can admire our armies, like we're having a good time here. I don't know why, but I had to think about last winter, and when I entered the last winter season, I was in a pretty bad place. And yeah, I'm recording. I was in a pretty bad spot. Things didn't pan out. I hope I'm sharp, or you know what I mean. I hope. Let's keep this short. I will have like 6 points, and I will go over them in a second. But when I entered the winter season last winter, things hadn't panned out in my life the way I wanted. Career-wise, relationship-wise, project-wise, and I wasn't thinking about miniatures or miniature games. But my friend, who never plays them, he got himself the Resident Evil tabletop game, and he asked me, "Hey, there's this hobby store nearby. Do you want to join and maybe help me get a couple of colors?" And I said, "Yeah, why not? Like, I haven't been there in a while," and so I went, and I didn't need anything because I had huge piles of shames and I hadn't played in a while. And so he got himself a few colors, a few pencils, spent a bit of money, but got great value. And I was glad. And while I was there, it kind of rekindled that passion again. Again, I went into Bold Action, then from Bold Action into 40K, now from 40K into Horus Heresy, and I stay with the systems. And also this YouTube channel took off. And this is, I'm sorry that it's so late, but what it did, like I wasn't in the best spot physically, mentally, and I came home and I watched a couple of Morty and Glory's videos about Bold Action, and just listening to him, watching him, like lifted my mood, like it brought back the fun. Like I could kind of let go of all those bad emotions I had in my body, and I felt fun. And then I went playing, collecting, painting, and more than once, like also like painting up some Horus Heresy minis. Like when I have the pencil in my hand and I'm putting the brush strokes on the mini, like I feel amazing. And it's almost strange. Like there's a couple of things which let you feel amazing. For me, it's a beautiful guitar, a beautiful woman, a beautiful animal, the sky, beautiful nature, miniatures too, comics, trading card games, and I think that's a healthy thing. And let me go over the 6 points I want to talk to. Number 1, focus and flow. Number 2, excellence. Number 3, creativity. Number 4, face-to-face or playing face-to-face. Number 5, what's the number 5? Number 5 is community. Yeah, number 5 is community, and maybe, well, let's make number 6 community. Let's make number 5 finding quiet or finding peace. Yeah, finding inner peace. This is number 5. And those are very important points. So, let me go to number 1. But stay for the rest or check out the timestamps if you want to jump to maybe finding inner peace or community. But I think I will keep this brief. So, number 1, focus. The world is a very busy place. Let's look, for example, or let's not look, for example, at my computer and my to-do list, but it's full with the world is going to shit, new miniatures, the 5 things you need to know about 40k, the newest updates, your mom, your sister, the war in Palestine. You know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty noisy world out there, and everybody wants your attention and everybody wants something from you. And sometimes those people, even family, friends, YouTubers, don't have the best interest at your heart. So at the end of the day, you should keep your focus for yourself. This turns into a self-help thing. But when you focus on what you want and you're waking up and you have things to do and you have relationships and you have a life and you have commitments, and sometimes your focus goes to the game and you're exploring, oh, I could paint up Emperor's Children for the Horus Heresy, or let's see if Peter Parker for the Marvel Crisis Protocol game is good, or okay, let's play Tyranids for 40k, or okay, what's the newest thing in bold action? And that's good because that keeps the focus on the stuff you want to do. And that's a very, very important point, because the world always wants you, I don't know, sometimes to take away from the things you want to do. And sure, it's not, you know, you have things to do and obligations to meet, but sometimes it's nice to have time for yourself and to have time to figure things out and to spend time with the lore and the miniatures and with your friend. And I would say it's pretty healthy because it takes you away from all the noise and it gives you a different kind of noise, and it shouldn't overwhelm you, but you're kind of like in a world you can control. And that's important because in the world out there, there's a few things you can control. I mean, it's just you and your life, and hopefully you're looking out for your health, for your mental health, for your physical health. You should move your body in nature. Working out would be good, but also like having or meeting friends and focusing on these things is not always easy, but it's part of life. But once you get into miniatures games, you have here your wonderful pods. You put time aside to painting your minis. You have a ritual of being quiet, of having your brushes, of putting color on your miniatures, of planning how will I kit them out, what's the coolest pose, can I have the Space Wolf with a shield and him shooting like Al Pacino and screaming, and can I give him a red beard? And those are beautiful things because you are, or at least when I am, when you're painting, you're entering a flow state. And that's pretty healthy, where you take all the energy that you're maybe splitting and you're condensing that into fun, into your time. And that's pretty amazing. You're charging up your batteries for life, and you can function much better. So yeah, but I think everybody knows that. But I was kind of seeing that on myself, because like every time I'm putting the brush on a mini, I'm thinking, oh man, why is this so amazing, and why is this so magical? And yeah, okay. Number 2, excellence. So when you get into the miniatures game, you need to learn stuff, and it puts you in a position where you kind of have to step up and learn some excellence. And with that, I mean, sometimes your first paint jobs, they don't look as good as later paint jobs, and you have to see this as a growing process, and you have to forgive yourself. But with time, I think everybody wants to deliver a better job, a better paint job, wants to transport them in a better way, put the magnets in better places. And you know, it's like it's such a cool hobby, and it has so many levels of growth, and you really need to embrace that. It's really it's a good thing. It's not like I mean, it can be a spiral of spending money and storing up your room with minis, but it also can be an expression and a striving for excellence. How can I store them? Do I need all the minis? Can I give or sell some away? You know, you can also try to keep it neat and tidy. Can I clean up my colors from time to time? You know, especially these pots. As you can see, this one is already bulging. I think you can turn it around and press out the gunk that's gotten hard. You can when I started to paint, my pencils used to break, and also, you know what I mean. I was always buying new ones, and now I'm having a glass with a bit of soap, and every 1 to 2 minutes I give it a little wash, so they live longer, and it's a good process. Or I have a few guys that, or one especially, that paints really cool minis, and I'm kind of want to follow him in his footsteps. Or when I'm watching a tutorial, it kind of pushes you towards excellence. And I'm sure that from the miniature standpoint, and from the hobby aspect, those things will seep into your other life. Or if you're already excellent in other parts of your life, that excellence will go into the hobby. And that doesn't mean that every miniature needs to be an excellent paint job. Sometimes it's okay just to have them tabletop ready, but it's good. It forces you to grow, and I would say sometimes, or most of the time, it forces you to grow in a very excellent way, and that will transition in all of your areas of life. So, number 3, creativity. The amounts of kit bashing I've done, the amounts of paint jobs which I liked a bit more, or when you're searching for some miniatures. Like right now, I'm painting up a few Horus Heresy miniatures, and I'm looking at different color schemes, and I'm grabbing what I like, and I'm trying things out. And sometimes you like things, sometimes you don't. Or I didn't have the right bases for these bikers. I used a short base, but I didn't like that. And then I kind of created a bigger base, and it's kind of cool. I'm not sure if I like it or if I will replace it with something for the I ordered. But you're constantly pushing your creativity and trying out new things and learning new things. And like my plasma launchers or my power swords didn't look as good in the past, but now I'm kind of, for the new kind of plasma swords, I want to try new glazing techniques, and it's good. Like it gives you an outlet to express your creativity. And what else can I say? I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Creativity, it's just good for you. It's like eating your vitamins. So number 4, face-to-face. Maybe I should have put community before that, but face-to-face, I would say the face-to-face aspect is cool, because I would say to play these miniatures, you have to go to a local hobby store or have friends, which you could play this game from face-to-face. But also that this is a hobby that takes place in the physical world. That's also a great thing. You don't need to have always something on, because lately I was painting, and I wanted to listen to a podcast, and that is like really great, listening to a podcast or watching a video on how to paint it. But I didn't need anything. I was just painting. I was just happy to have my wet palettes, to have my colors, to have my brushes, and I was just painting away. And I was just with the silence, and I was holding those minis and turning them around, and I was looking from time to time at my laptop to see, okay, where should I put this color? What does the reference say? Or what do I like more? Or should I try this color or this color? And yeah, well, I would say face-to-face is like more, you're meeting up with people, but maybe also that this hobby is in a physical world. It's not something that you do digitally. It's akin maybe to basketball or golfing or going to some places. And I would say for most of us hobbyists, I like making these miniatures, but I also, in the back of my head, it's always the intention, oh man, how cool will this be when I'm fielding this on the table? How will it make me feel? How will it make the enemy or my opponent or my friends make it feel? And that is great, because like it has something like theater or play or something that involves more than one person. And that's a great aspect of the hobby. I mean, it's really great. And it's also, yeah, just fun. Sometimes like to watch other people's minis or to show them your own and to exchange that. And I think a lot of it has to do with face-to-face or human-to-human interaction. So even if some gamers are awkward, but I think it's a great outlet to get together and to share experiences. So number 5, inner peace. I call it this Zen, or zone out, forget the noise. I think I talked about this about already, focus and flow, but this is more what can I say? Like after finishing an army or after painting, I almost always feel relaxed. I mean, okay, you could meditate, you could go for a walk, and I do those things when I don't meditate anymore. And I don't want to say I don't need it, but I can do this. It's cool enough, or I can play the guitar. So no guru, no millionaire has to tell me you have to do this, or YouTuber, you have to do this to get success. You do you. And when I'm painting minis, I'm zoning out. I'm getting out of this world. Or when I'm playing, sometimes I feel when I'm at a local hobby store or with a friend, like those hours, like sometimes it's like 6 hours flying just by, and when you come back, it's like you've been to the movies and returned, and you feel so refreshed. And usually there's, hopefully, if you had a good game, it's like, yeah, you're refreshed with fun. You've been taken out of the stress. And I think those things, which I call now Zen, I think the body and your mind picks up on that. It picks up on the cue that, okay, this guy is now not in a stressful state, or maybe he is in a stressful state, but it's something engaging, like, okay, he's playing the game, or he's trying to painting this mini, and there's some enthusiasm and definitely some awe and amazement behind that. So yeah, maybe similar to point 1, but it's Zen. And then number 6, and I already talked in point 4 about it, face to face, but this is a bit more like number 6 is like the community. Just from playing the game, I think I mean, you don't have to say that you're friends. You just are, because if you're meeting and you're talking and you're sharing things, and I mean, sometimes I play different systems, so I'm not seeing always the same type of guys. But the communication gets like, you're talking about the hobby, and you kind of get the idea that you're like-minded and that you tick in a certain way. and that can help you immensely by having a tribe, having a community, having an outlet to go to, and also people to meet up with and to have fun. Sometimes even beyond the hobby, you can then form some friendships, or you have a friendship and you go together into the hobby. But the community aspect is huge, because sometimes it's also just at our local hobby store, you're just meeting up and kind of having a good time, talking, being curious about the other people's, what they're playing, and that's very beautiful, because I think in 2024 communities. Communities will always be big. You can have like your basketball community, your, I don't know, Saving the Planet community, but it's a good thing to fit in somewhere. And I fit in with artistic or musical people. I fit in with a bunch of types, but I'm not made for everything or everybody. And at my local game store or in the Tabletop Hobby, there is like, it's kind of family. Like, they understand you like blindly, and it's not always roses and sunshine, but it's very, very like-minded people. I kind of would have call them almost like brothers or cousins or friends, and that's a great thing to have. So I don't know if this video was necessary. I definitely had a cool thumbnail in mind, and sometimes you just gotta do a thing, and I hope it could help you. So I don't think that you chose the hobby. I think the hobby and the interest chose you. Stick with it. If you go too far, if you spend too much money, if you amass too many minis, I would say that's maybe then something you wanted to experience, and once you had that, I think you will not naturally get satiated or dial it back a bit, or see what's more sustainable, or you know what I mean. Making mistakes is part of the learning process, and just have fun. And we see us for the next video. See ya.